New online money is filling our market faster than ever in 2021. And more than ever, running an e-commerce business is one of the smartest moves that you can make. But just because the ocean is blue doesn't mean that the coming wave won't destroy the products, the brands, and the legacies that many of you guys have created. As more and more competition enters the space, advertising costs will continue to rise. Traffic sources are also changing due to regulations, things like iOS 14 and Google getting rid of cookies. And brands with these changes are going to be left to fight to break even. And that's not why you started your business. You didn't start it to be a break even. You want to be profitable. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So this will leave you guys with two choices. And in my opinion, it's going to be obvious which choice you're going to want to make. But the first choice is A, continue to fight rising costs, traffic restrictions, and constant market changes, what feels like happens on a daily, if not weekly basis. Or two, build a core backend foundation. It's tried and true for decades, and it's been something that's allowed me and my clients to generate tons of revenue without spending any additional money on paid advertising. The second option is something that I'm making available to you today. You can take hold of my 11 core automated email sequences. But really quickly, before we move on, let me introduce who I am. And my name is Chase Diamond, and I'm the founder of Boundless Labs. In my 10 plus years of marketing, email has been the lifeblood of my clients' success, along with my thousands of students who've gone through my course. Not only does my bias come through all of that, but I've done over $50 million in email attributable revenue for my clients in the past number of years. And I don't say this to brag, but really just to show you what's possible and the things that I do day in and day out for my own clients and the things that my students have done to be really successful. And not only have these things helped myself, my clients, my students, but I've actually consulted for some of the largest ESPs in the world. And that sounds for email service providers. Think people like Klaviyo, MailChimp, and so on and so forth. I've consulted brands and agencies and ESPs like those. And what does this mean for you? Well, really what this means is when you take advantage of my e-commerce marketing playbook for their core automated flows, that you're going to have direct access to the exact sequences that we use. So that way you can plug and play and automate your business to make sure that this works for you, even when you're not sending emails. Setting up these core sequences, they're going to send around the clock as people trigger the behaviors that make them eligible to receive these emails. And by the way, this is not a get rich quick off email strategy. It will require you to take what I teach and implement it. But what I can guarantee is that the money that you spend on this course will be very minimal compared to the returns that you're going to get from the learnings and the implementation. And without a doubt, every single brand needs these core sequences for their business. So let's talk through exactly what you're going to get and why I'm so bullish on this. So my course is broken up into two pieces. The first is core email flows, and those are on the pre-purchase side. So there's about 6 pre-purchase flows that I go through. These are things like the welcome series for non-buyers, the site abandonment. That's not a flow that many of you guys have probably leveraged or heard of. The browse abandonment, the abandoned checkout, the abandoned cart, and the back in stock. And the thing is, most people don't actually even know that there's a difference between abandoned cart and abandoned checkout. So I walk you guys through in some of the videos, the difference between the two, how to set each up. There's no one that really walks you guys through the snippets that you have to add to your guys' website in order to make these live. And I do. I also show you ways to generate revenue from the back in stock, immediately once someone submits their info. So that's on the pre-purchase side. Then the next section, which you can see on my screen, is the post-purchase side. So in this, I go through 5 core post-purchase flows that every e-commerce brand needs. That's the customer thank you. That's reviewing, kind of getting a request. That's a cross-sell and upsell. That's a replenishment reminder, a win back, and a sunset unengaged, which is a breakup series. So throughout the 19 video modules, you're going to learn all the must-have pre- and post-purchase flows. There's 11 in total. I walk you through setting up the snippets as mentioned. I show you guys how to set it up. I show you guys the nuances, and I even show you guys multiple examples for each one. So that way you guys can make sure that you're going to win for your business. So as an example, we go into this first video, the welcome series for non-buyers. I'll walk you guys through this, right? So you can see this is a 4-minute video. I'll go through a bunch of examples. Down here, you can actually click and see the different examples. They're hyperlinked. I have a document that covers basically some of the expectations. I go through some bonus insights on the open rates, the click-throughs, things like that. So this course is super comprehensive to making sure that you understand exactly what you need to do, nothing more, nothing less. And this basically will be an over-the-shoulder look, and I'll basically handhold you in walking through this, so that way you guys can get these up as quickly as possible and start generating revenue from your business. And for each video, you guys can drop questions. So no one's asked a question on this one, but a lot of the other videos have questions, and I respond to every single question. So, in the years that I've been doing this, I've had hundreds, if not thousands, of questions. A lot of people email me, and I do respond to every single question. So you're not going to be alone. I will be here to help you, and hopefully I'll catch you on the inside. Thanks.